Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ifiba, also known as ChefPhibs. If you are new here, welcome. So I've been away, I think for a month, close to a month or so, after I released my 1 year video, appreciation video. I know you guys understand, like once in a while we need some personal time. Today I'm going to talk to you guys about tips on how to make your cooking easier or your cooking life easier. Okay, one thing that confuses most people, and I'd like to clear: nutrition and food science. We don't cook. Like, sometimes it really gets irritating, okay, when this what caused you to do, I did nutrition and food science, that's why you're a good cook. We don't cook. Like the chemistries and the biochemistries that we learned in that course says, bro, we don't cook. There hasn't even been one time where we went to cook and PC for practicals or something. Hell no. I am tired of trying to explain to people that the fact that I did nutrition, I didn't learn my cooking skills from school. I don't have a certificate to show that I'm a good cook. I just have my fingers to prove it. So please and please, again, nutrition is not cooking, like kitchen cooking, like home economics. No. So please and please and please and please, again. So then I have people complaining that cooking is stressful. Now mind you, cooking is stressful. If you're like me, you would have to cook in a strategic way, okay, so that you don't always end up buying. So first of all, this one I learned it from my mom: cook on weekends. And there are some things that I don't know, but for men who say they like fresh food, okay, not me, my dear, not me. Maybe there's someone who can condone it, but not me. So then you can take a weekend and cook a lot of stew. So you can decide to cook chicken stew, you can decide to cook a fish stew, you can decide to cook palm nut soup, you can decide a whole lot of stews, okay, and put it in the fridge. Something like jollof, you can actually prepare the jollof stew. Okay, so you prepare the jollof up to the point where you would have added the rice. So you prepare the jollof stew and you freeze it. So the next time you want jollof, you just have to remove that stew. You don't have to use your, jollof stew is different from normal tomato stew, right? The way you prepare jollof stew is different from the way you prepare different tomato, like normal tomato stew. Okay, so then if you take normal, for me, if I take normal tomato stew to prepare jollof, okay, I would have to do some skirmishes with the stew before. I can't just use normal stew and put rice inside to make it jollof. It's not nice for me. Okay, so then you can prepare jollof stew and freeze it. So when you feel like eating jollof, you just thaw it, heat it, put your rice inside, and at that point it will be like you are cooking rice, so it doesn't take long. Okay, yeah, so things like that, you can do it and freeze it so that like it's easier for you. And for some people, like for me, we don't like frying, but then we grill things or protein in batches. So when we are grilling chicken, we grill chicken in batches, and we put them in the fridge or freezer. When we are grilling fish too, that's the same thing, we do it in batches. Okay, it saves time because maybe during the week or something, and these you have to spice the fish. Okay, I'll release I have a video. I will release a video on how to spice fish. Okay, so then you will spice it. It's not like you just grill it, you will spice it well, so when you're ready to use it, the fish is already spiced. So it's like when you put it in your stew, the tomato will just enter small, and then the food is good, like good to eat. You can eat it and enjoy it. Okay. And I always say that how you store food in the fridge also affects how nice it will be when you're ready to eat. Okay, because me in my house, we can freeze food and the taste is not different, but people complain that the taste of food is different when you put it in the freezer. Now when you are packing something, okay, when you pack stew in rubbers and you put it in the freezer, and the rubbers, something I don't know, friend it or chokes the rubber, okay, for ice to enter and those things, it changes the taste of the food. The same way when you pack it in bowls, plastic bowls, and you don't cover it well, and then you put it inside, okay, it changes the taste of the food. I don't know the mechanism for that, but I have realized. But when it's airtight, nice container, and you freeze it, the moment, even when you take it, so me, I'm very good at it. Sometimes when you can't find the difference between the stews that you have prepared, by just smelling it, the ice, I don't need to thaw it. By just smelling it, I know, okay, this is normal stew, this is chicken stew, this is fresh fish stew, this is roasted fish stew, this is fried fish. Like, I can just smell it, okay? And that's because it's still fresh in the container. So please make sure you store your things in an airtight container. And then also to make your cooking easier, so for me, I've never tried it, but there have been situations, okay, I've actually tried it, it wasted my time. So then you are doing stew, okay, and you blend pepper separate, then you put it down. You blend tomatoes separate, you put it down. You blend onion separate, you put it down. You blend garlic and ginger separate, you put it down. My dear, what will happen? You are just wasting your time. If food will be nice, okay, it's not about you've blended the things separately. Now let me tell you something. The only things that sometimes affects food when you time it, sort of like the timing that you put inside, is onions. Most of the time it's the spices. But pepper, tomato, whether you put pepper first at the beginning, or you put pepper at the last thing to put, the last ingredient, it wouldn't change anything. Pepper, tomatoes, blend it together, my dear. For me, I blend onions together with pepper, and then if maybe the onions, I want the food to smell nice, I start with onions. And then I realized that, okay, now too, I can cut onions. You can blend it. For me, I cut it. When the food is almost ready, I add it to it. It also gives it that spicy, nice smell and flavor. Okay, but why do you have to blend separately? That you put pepper inside first, then you do chiches before you put tomatoes? You're wasting your time. Blend everything. If the food will be nice, my dear. It is not whether you blend it separately or you blend. I almost said blended. You blend together, like it doesn't matter, my dear. Blend it, pour it together. One it is your hands that do the magic, sis. It is not whether you blend ingredients differently or, you know, some way. So yeah, don't be wasting your time blending some ingredients differently. You can put all of them together. If you want to separate some things, it should be the spices, because it's the spices that sort of affects the smell and then how your food will taste like. So with that one, you can say, okay, let me blend the onion separately and pour it last or pour it first. That's your own, you know. And then the only thing that I would advise is the tomato paste. Try putting tomato paste first. Like when you're using tomato paste or sauce, what's that thing? What Ghanaians say, tin tomatoes. Yeah. So then normally when you put the oil in the saucepan, you put the tin tomatoes inside first, the tomato paste, then like you let it fry on its own for a while. It helps it. I don't know, but I don't like the taste of, you know, some people do stew and you can taste that it's actually tin tomatoes. Okay, yeah, I don't like that. So then yeah, and one more thing, shop in bulk. Okay, like it's really stressful when you are cooking and you realize that your salt is finished or your pepper is not enough, so you have to run to the junction. I do it. It's painful. But then when you shop in bulk, when you're going to the market, write your list, okay? Like shop in bulk so that you have everything there, and before you are coming to cook, just make sure that you have everything, you have all your ingredients, okay, available, so that I don't know, you don't have to stop the cooking or rush somewhere. Even when you rush and come back, your food will be burnt, you know, or something like that. Yeah, so those are the tips for you guys. Yeah, I think it's okay. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I am now, you know, gathering my momentum. I mean, that's how we say it, to come back. So I'm hoping to be releasing videos. Yeah, so if you're new here, watch my other videos. I'm sorry for going dark. Like and subscribe. See you next week. Bye.